Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished off the main game, winning our final trophies, the final key, and then defeating Oxide himself. And today, we're going to start going and winning all of the CTR tokens.
Collect the letters C, T, and R on each track and come in first place to win a CTR token. Beware, some letters are hard to find.
So, the general plan for this episode is going to be I'm going to do all of the red courses, then next time probably all the green ones, then the blue ones, then the yellow ones, then the purple ones probably. So we'll see about how all this goes. So, basically, around each track there are 3 letters, a C, a T, and an R. And all I need to do is pick up all the letters and win the race. So basically, a good strategy to go for these is to Okay, that didn't quite go as I'd hoped, but okay, I really did just kind of get bounced out of the way there. But the C requires you to do that little jump. To be totally honest, I do think that CTR tokens, they're put in good places to kind of either force you to go out of your way or to learn shortcuts. And honestly, I've played with giving the AI enough advantages, I suppose. Because I did give them head starts. I gave every boss a head start, so you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna play it out. And there's the T. So now we have the CTR. Now we just need to win the race, and then we are good to go. And that will help us out with that, because now we are going to take first place. And it is time to start front running. And I think that missile that was aiming at us just hit Coco. So that is double good for me, because now I don't even need to worry about that. As I now have probably a ridiculous lead that they will be able to catch up from. And also I completely missed it. I'll be honest, I completely missed that ramp. I don't have much of an excuse there. I don't know why it suddenly said Pula went into first place. But hey, you know what? I'm not going to complain, because I'm also way too far ahead to be particularly bothered about it. Okay, so basically, because I'm doing all of these again in kind of color order, so the red tracks means I'll be doing Crash Cove, then I'll be doing Mystery Caves, then Papu's Pyramid, and finally Blizzard Bluff. They'll be the 4 tracks we do today. Then, the green ones will be Ruse Tubes, Coco Park, Pula Pass, and Cortex Castle. Then the blue ones are Sewer Speedway, Tiger Temple, Dragon Mines, and Engine Labs. And then the yellow ones are the ones that were reserved for bosses from previous games. So it will be Dingo Canyon, Tiny Arena, then whatchamacall them? No, wait. Yeah, they're the bosses from previous games. Well, bosses from previous games, because obviously, Engine's one is blue, and Cortex's one is green. But Dingo Dial, so Dingo Canyon, Tiny Arena, Hot Air Skyway, and Oxide Station are going to be in the yellowy gold ones. And we are now in first place. I do not remember where one of the letters are on this track. So I may be in a little bit of a bad situation here. I think that it must be over here. Oh, yeah, I remember. It's around this... There's a kind of tight corner here. There it is. I say a tight corner. It's just here by this box. And with that, we get them all in one lap, which is... Also, I do try to aim for that. I always aim to get all the CTR letters. Like, I aim to get the letters in my first lap if I can, and then just focus on the race afterwards. That's how I've always approached it ever since I was a kid. Mostly because I always just saw that as a very practical way to do it. But, you know, sometimes you will just miss one when you aren't really prepared for it. I distinctly remember I had a few of these CTR challenges that were a nightmare for me when I was young. But you know what? I feel pretty confident saying I can probably breeze all of these now without any real hassle or worry. As evidenced by the fact that I haven't really had a single race that was close yet in the entire playthrough. And this is what, episode 5? I've already raced on every track aside from the 2 bonus ones, which are Turbo Track and Slide Coliseum once. But yeah, basically, what we're going to be doing is pretty much just shenanigansing our way through, because I just have to do every track. I effectively have to do every track 3 times. I need to do the trophy race for them, I need to do the CTR race for them, and I need to do the relic race for them. And it also just hit me, I will actually be doing them all 4 times. I'll be doing them all 4 times, mostly just because I also have some gem cups to do, but I will explain about the gem cups when I get to them. And that is our second CTR token acquired. Fantastic. So now we need to go to Papu's Pyramid, and actually I know what my fastest route to this is. Papu's Pyramid I'll actually do last, because I can cut through Glacier Park, because this will actually bring me out near Citadel City entrance, because Polar Pass is across the other bridge. The entrance to Citadel City is right there. So let's go this way. Honestly, the purple ones I'm not counting for the challenge. The purple ones I'm not counting for the if I lose once, I have to restart the entire game challenge. Mostly because, honestly, that's just not happening. Straight up, that's not happening. Like, I will not beat those first try. I might beat one or 2 of them first try, but there's no way I beat them all first try. Okay, so now Blizzard Bluff is the final one. Blizzard Bluff is the final one of these, but at the same time, it is generally closer, so I might as well just do it now, rather than having to, double back twice. I say that, realistically, I probably should have just done all the ones on Insanity Beach and then just worked from there, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Now, I'm pretty sure, I'm relatively certain... Wait, I'm completely wrong, okay. I could have sworn that one of those was actually in the giant jump. Also, there's the clock. That is probably the first and only time I'm going to be using it in this playthrough. Also, I don't know why. Also, I completely missed the C there. But I don't know why. I don't know why it is. But that one seems to have, a different visual effect on it than, every other letter in the game. Either way, and now let's just take our significant lead and hopefully not miss the C on our second lap, because realistically, I don't want the additional pressure of being on my last lap and knowing that I have to do it again. Because realistically, honestly, that kind of scares me a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's all the letters acquired, and we are out in first place. It's with, honestly, not a huge lead, but enough that it's not a huge lead, but it's enough, you know? So let's just hop this, hop that, hop there. 1, 2, 3, turbo jump. I missed the jump. Fortunately, I have more. I had less space there than I thought I did. Not that it's going to make much difference, because I'm just a better driver than Dr. Nitrous. Was it Dr. NG? I assume the N is... no, I don't know. What does the N and engine stand for? Genuinely, I don't know. Either way, we win on Blizzard Bluff and earn our 3rd red CTR token. And honestly, I am kind of breezing through this a lot faster than I thought I would. So I might end up doing 2 sets of these in this episode, but we'll see how it goes as we head on back to the Lost Ruins and make our way over to challenge Papu Papu again. Well, not race Papu Papu again, but do his track again as we head up Papu's Pyramid for what should be the second time. Third time. Third time. Third time out of 5. Out of 5? I think out of 5, yeah. Okay, so I know where all of these are, and honestly, I'm hoping I can get them all in 1 lap, but I might... actually, it might be a 2-lap deal. This is probably going to be a 2-lap deal. I probably should have done that. I probably should have saved that for the jump. Can I drift this? Nelly. honestly, I don't know why, but I always remember getting kind of stuck on the wall there and kind of just grinding off it for a bit more speed. So now we just make this jump, now we make that jump. We missed the T, but we'll be back for that on our second lap. So we are going to grab the C and the R on our first lap here if we can. Gonna just slow myself way down, in fact to pretty much a dead stop, and grab the R. 10 out of 10, CR, up, and also 10 out of 10. CR is also like the, I want to say it's like the prisoner name of one of the characters in Trauma Team. I really want to play Trauma Team at some point. I fully intend on playing Trauma Team at some point. Unfortunately, it was one of those games that came out during Atlus's time, where they basically went, what's a PAL region? So, Trauma Team just never came out here, so I never got to play it. Fortunately, since I do have access to a functioning... Since I do now have access to a PC, since my PC is now, like, strong enough to actually, like, use a Wii emulator, I can now play Trauma Team though, so that's good. At some point, I do also kind of want to play... At some point, I kind of want to do the Trauma Center games on the channel as well, but at the same time, it's just like... I don't know how that would work. Because it's a game where I feel like I would have to be, like, super focused for pretty much the entire time. I mean, I say that, I'm pretty confident at Trauma Center. I mean, okay, correction. I'm confident at Second Opinion. I wouldn't be doing Another Knife, because Second Opinion is just a better game. Like, Second Opinion is basically everything Another Knife is, but just, like, made better, pretty much. It's pretty much, think of it as the Enhanced Edition, only with a slightly different art style, and it's on the Wii instead of the DS. Also, that game was a launch title for the Wii, and I still maintain it's one of the best games on the Wii. Okay, so we're only 12 minutes in, so what I am going to do is go and get all of the green tokens as well today. Because, honestly, I thought that would have taken a little bit longer than it did. So yeah, there was 5 Trauma Center games, and I've only played 3 of them, and 2 of them just didn't come out here. Because to my knowledge, Under the Knife 2 never came out here, and Trauma Team I know never came out here. But I played Under the Knife and never finished it. I have played and finished Second Opinion, and I've played and finished New Blood. New Blood is a fantastic game, but at the same time, you know when you play, have you ever played a game that's just like, oh, this was not made to be played by one person? Like, that's Trauma Center New Blood. It is a game that, like, obviously, it has co-op as, like, a back-of-the-box kind of feature for it, but genuinely, I think that game is not balanced to be played by a single player. I mean, I say that when if I eventually do it on the channel, I will still be playing it by myself, because I love those games. And, like, I know they wouldn't be, like, super popular games or anything, but, you know, they're games that I really enjoy, so I think they're ones that I would want to just share with people anyway. Yeah, even if it might not be the most popular game, I think it's one that well, even if it's not the most popular series, I guess, as it's one that I would just generally quite like to share with people. No guarantee on, like, if or when I'd be doing that, because I don't know. Because, I don't know, I feel like it's one of those things where I would much rather play it on original hardware, but I don't have, like, a means of actually recording the Wii. Because, I'll be totally honest, I tried playing I feel like it's one of those times where playing it on a mouse and keyboard might just feel a bit wrong. Like, it might just feel weird. Either way, I will be seeing about playing that at some point in the future. No guarantees on if or when it will ever pop up on the channel, but it is a genuinely really good series that I think everyone should at least check out. Also, on top of that, if you want to play just, like, a challenging game, like, the Trauma Center games are hard. Like, genuinely, there's a couple of those missions that are just insane. Also, if you need, like, genuinely, it is a fantastic series. I highly recommend it, and unfortunately, it suffers from a severe case of just forgotten series, because Atlas has not touched that series in like 12 years or something. So unfortunately, it's one of those series where I don't think it's going to be getting a new game or anything in it at any time in the near future, but I would love it if it did. Honestly, speaking of other things I would like to see from Atlas, if they did more Tales from the Golden Playhouse, that'd be great. Because Catherine introduced the concept of the Golden Playhouse as a thing, where it's like, hey, these are kind of their own thing, like their own self-contained stories, and you know, it was kind of presented like a TV show or a little movie or something. And I think that is a really cool concept that they could do a lot more with. If, you know, being able to do all those stories without having to connect them all the way back to mainline Shin Megami Tensei or connect them back to Persona. Also, at some point in the future, I will also play Catherine on here, because that game is great. It's, it is a really good game. It is maybe a little bit of a tough one to recommend at times, but I think the game itself is really good. But yeah, in general, I think I just like Atlas's games. I say that I'm recording this in December. You know, I'm getting myself plenty far ahead, because I'm probably going to be playing Persona 3 Reload, like, likely very soon after it comes out. To be totally honest, that's partially why I've been putting off replaying Persona 3. Because it's just like, do I think that game needs a remake? No. Am I still gonna play Reload as soon as I possibly can? Yes. Yes, I will. Because of course I will. Metaphor ReFantasio also looks kinda cool. And also, I do have a replay of Persona 1 scheduled for sometime this year. I don't know exactly when, but the replay of Persona 1 will be happening at some point this year. And that is Ruse Tubes absolutely just... Well, we just won that one very quickly and easily. Very nice. So yeah, I do have a little notepad document of games that I really want to do on the channel at some point, and honestly, it is quite a lengthy list. Like, if I did, like, excluding replays, excluding one-offs, excluding Arcade Assault episodes and everything, like, even if I just did my normal schedule for all of those, by the time I reached the end of the list, by the time I reached the current end of the list, I probably have enough stuff for at least a good couple of years. I mean, I say a couple of years, it's probably even longer. Depends how long some of the games take, because some of them could take forever, because some could take forever, and some may be a lot shorter than I remember. And obviously, you know, some of the series of those, they'll just be getting new games on a regular basis, because some of them are very popular series. Also, wait, did I just jump over one of the letters? I think I just jumped over one of the letters, and I completely missed that. Honestly, if I mess up on any track, I don't want it to be Polar Pass. If I'm gonna mess up on any track, I don't want it to be my favorite one, you know? Okay, that's safe actually, that's fine. But yeah, so to give just a quick little summary of some other games and series that at some point I want to play on here. I obviously want to play all of the Devil May Cry games. I completely messed that up. Wow, that's the drive of shame. That's like the double drive of shame. Like, at some point I want to play all the DMCs on here because I think they are great. I might pass on doing DMC 2. You know, I think we can maybe pass on 2. And I don't think many people would be particularly upset if I did choose to skip out on 2. Then I have a whole bunch of Shin Megami Tenseis, I still have Personas to do. And then there's just, like, obviously the rest of the Resident Evils. I'm kind of in two minds about doing Silent Hill, because, like, I haven't actually, like, properly played them before, so I don't really know like, what I would have to do or, like, where to go. Oh, so I think playing them blind would I don't know, I think playing them blind would simultaneously be the best thing for me, but also, like, I don't know how well that would go. Because, I'll be honest, I've tried playing Silent Hill 1 a couple of times before, and I kind of just got very lost very quickly. But I don't know, at some point I'll probably do Silent Hill. And then, also, I'll be totally honest, I'm recording this. This episode is being recorded on on December 14th. So, I'll be totally honest, I don't know if at the time of me recording this, I don't know if this will have gone up. But I did plan on doing an update, basically, where it's like, hey, these are some of the things I intend on doing in the next year. And honestly, Silent Hill was one I considered for it. I'm also, in addition to the replays, obviously, and this, I'm considering doing Pokemon Colosseum, but I'm still kind of in two minds about doing that as of the time of me recording this. So, kind of watch this space on that. But honestly, that's more so just my general concern about my want for Pokemon Colosseum. Mostly because I remember playing it, and I think it was just very slow from what I remember, but I'll see how it goes. Either way, it's not like I'm in dire straits for lack of Pokemon games, you know? It's not like I'm gonna run out of Pokemon games in a hurry, because, man, there's a lot of those. Okay, now let's head on over to Cortex Castle and win ourselves our final green token. So, we are kind of just blazing through all this. And in we go. But yeah, so there's a good few games in series I really want to do. Like, what else do I have? What else do I have on this list? Me quickly opening up the notepad on my phone while I wait on the game loading. What to play? I have all the DMCs, all the SMTs and Personas I haven't played, all the Pokemon games I haven't played, like the Silent Hill games, the Resident Evil games. As soon as I get a free moment again, I will continue to check the list. As obviously, there's more games coming out all the time. To be totally honest, there's a few series that I've considered thinking about maybe doing. And then it's just like some that and then there's a few that I'm pretty confident in saying I'm probably never going to do on here. Like, I'm more than likely never going to do any of the Danganronpa games. And I know those games are popular. Like, I know they're popular, I know people like them, but here's the thing. I've already played them. Like, I've already played them, I know who did it in every case, so I feel like any kind of surprise that I may be able to get out of the game is probably long gone. Because realistically, if I remember who did it in every single case, like, honestly, similarly, I have a couple of worries about some other games. It's like, I don't want to, like, I know, I have some worries about some other games where I am genuinely worried, and I completely missed that. Lap 3, if I don't get that, this is going to be bad. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about it, because it's just like, I'd be apprehensive to replay it, because it's just like, hey, I already know who did all of the murders and everything, and there's a few games in addition to that, where it's just like, I'd be a bit apprehensive. I missed that jump up, okay. Like, I'd be a bit apprehensive to do them, mostly just because of a simple fact of, I don't want to accidentally spoil things. But honestly, I know me, I would probably accidentally spoil something, and I'd feel pretty bad about it. But at the same time, let's be real, a lot of people have played those by now. But, I don't know, I'll see about various games. Like, I do have a kind of long list of things that I've considered. And then there's some things that are just like, you know what, for my own sanity, I probably shouldn't. Like, I don't, like, unless I suddenly, like, massively 180 on the entire style of games, like, my interest in kind of Souls games is probably not high enough to ever want to play one on here. And to be totally honest, if I ever do one, it would probably be Bloodborne. Just throwing that out there. And with that, we get a nice and very, very consistent lap times there. Okay, what else did I have on here? I have the Yakuza games as a maybe. I have a few Final Fantasies, a couple of Fire Emblems, a few Zeldas, the Dead Rising games. I really want to do those. I also consider Jet Set Radio at some point, and maybe doing Bomb Rush Cyberpunk as well, because honestly, Bomb Rush is great, but I feel like it would be maybe a little bit weird doing it without doing Jet Set Radio at all. Oh, then there's just a good few other games that I would also really like to do. Either way, I am going to wrap up this ramble now as I drift my way back over here to save my game, and then end off today's episode. And next time, we'll be going and getting the CTR tokens from the other 8 tracks. And I might as well just throw this at the save slot too, because why not? So, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all next time for more Crash Team Racing. Okay, thanks for watching.